The Sorrow Sponge is a project that involves two electric dresses, one suit and a dress. The suit has really huge shoulder pads that have speakers inside of them. And I ask people to put their head on my shoulder. And so they get to hear the soothing soundtrack. And the idea is that if they want to tell me their sorrows or their worries, they can do that. There's a microphone in a brooch flower thing on my chest, and they know they're being recorded. And I sort of look, you know, friendly and wise with a nice wig. And I just did it at Articule, which is a gallery on Fairmount. It just moved to Fairmount, which is right around the corner from my house. Nice. And a number of people came in. It was interesting. Oh, and then afterwards, I used the sound recordings to do a show, like a live musical thesis. And so samples of it. And they're triggered by this other electric dress that has got these copper connectors sewn into it that are MIDI triggers. So they play the bits of the samples. And then I sort of sing and make music and talk about human suffering, and everybody laughs and cries and nods their head. But I've done it. It was a commission for a festival in Nottingham, the Now Festival, and then I did it subsequently in Scotland, just recently in Glasgow, and then here in Montreal. And it was weird doing it in Montreal because there was a lot of people that I knew who came and participated, so I couldn't quite be that total impartial listener that is good about the project, because people remarkably, they open up, you know. I don't even have to prod or anything. When I first did it in Nottingham, it was like this, I didn't realize the festival had a social mandate to bring art to disadvantaged neighborhoods, and which is great, but would have been nice to know that in advance. But so I was in these public markets where there's like people selling fish and stuff, and you know, Nottingham is a pretty depressed part of the world. People don't eat very well there. They don't seem very happy. So it was really crazily easy to get people to tell me their whole life stories, but it was impossible to get them to put their head on my shoulder. Like, it's just the intimacy thing was just too weird. But then at Glasgow, it was this art festival, with high traffic all over the place, like with lots of different events. So I saw like 80 people, so it was pretty exhausting. So that time around, I stopped asking, like, tell me what worries you or what makes you sad, and I'll just say, how are you, and we'll go from there. Because I'm not a therapist, and I don't really have the resources to help, but it kind of helps. I think it's kind of, people mostly, it's like a little oasis because I'm playing some nice music or ocean soundscapes or something, you know.